Yeah, I honestly, I mean, because I've never sat on like any type of awards panel or anything like that. But for the two awards that I have won, I feel like it's the overall production. When I won my regional Emmy, it was if I'm looking at it right, it's the overall production. And I obviously like contributed to it. So I think it's overall. And for the Christian Film Festival Award, I would say it's probably the overall production, like how I added to that versus like if it was like, how we have like the primetime Emmys or like the Oscars, like how it's best actor, like then you're specifically looking at that person. But I think it's just overall and then how I can might have contributed to that for sure.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So for all those crazy people out there who never heard of your girl, who ain't tapped in, they don't know what's going on. Gaithersburg, Maryland is in the building. Give us your name and tell us what you do in a couple of seconds.
Okay, so my name is Sisi Saunders, and I'm an actress, singer, model, dancer, and a writer in the DMV area.
I like that. I like that. So let's go back to where it all started for you in Gaithersburg, Maryland, as a kid with your moms, your pops, the dog, your sister, your brother, all of that. How did you fall in love with acting?
Ooh, not the dog. um, so, well, I come from a family of performers, and so it's just something that we do. My mom's a singer, and my dad's family they do, just arts in their own way. And my family on my mom's side, everybody plays an instrument, or they sing, or they conduct, or something. So it's just in my blood, honestly. And my brother's an actor himself, so it's in the blood.
I like that. I like that. So, when you were younger, what's up? Did moms place you in front of the family and make you cry on the spot to see if you could do it, to see if you had the acting gene,
No.
or did your brother cry in front of the family immediately? What happened? What's up? How did they know that you was a actress?
No. Um, no, ooh, like I would volunteer myself. Sometimes I'm actually naturally very shy, so I would do it kind of in secret. Like sometimes I would sing or I would act, and then other times I would just, kind of keep to myself. But everybody in my family, for the most part, we're all pretty animated, so we all just out there. That's just how
Mm.
it is. We all just out there.
Okay. So, in terms of you acting and things of that nature, what do you feel like is Sissy's best role or best character as an actress? Like some people, maybe Tyler Perry's really good with Medea, right? And Martin was really good with Sinead, right? Brahman was really good with coming downstairs and stealing, some groceries and going back upstairs to his apartment. What would you say Sissy's best role is as an actress?
My best role. Okay, it's gonna sound a little obscure, but I'm slightly good at impressions, and so I have a couple. One of them is Lena Horne for some reason. Lena Horne, Nanny McPhee. Who else? I have like this Long Island grandma that I do sometimes. And I'm trying to think, there's another one. I call it, oh yeah, my Long Island grandma, and I can't, the other one doesn't come to mind right now. I just imitate people. So it's just anybody that I find funny in general, I just I imitate them.
Mm, mm.
Yes. It
Okay,
sounds
okay.
odd, but it works in person, trust me. It
Ah,
works in
like
person.
that. I like that. I like that. So, speaking of imitating people and things of that nature, I did a little bit of research on you, did my due diligence. My ears is to the streets. You were in a play, The Fox on the Fairway play, your first ever play. What's up? How was that for you doing your first ever play?
My first ever play, it was good. That was my first, I call it my adult stage play because everything I did previously was like for, church kids chorus, right? It was good. That was back in, I think, 2019, and that was the first time I ever played a straight role. Normally, I do musicals. And so that was interesting for me because it was a lot of lines to memorize, and I had a one of the lead female roles, and it was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it stretched me as an actor, and I fell in love with straight plays. I always thought I'd just do musicals, and I love straight plays. Like that's my jam now for sure.
Okay, okay, I like that. I like that. All right. Yo, if y'all just joining us, we are live on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here with the one and only Sisi Saunders. That's right. You heard the name here first on the Pimp Game Podcast. We are here diving into her career as an actress, singer, model, all of that right here, Pimp Game Podcast. So let me ask you this in terms of maybe plays, maybe acting.
Mhm.
Who is a person out there that Sissy would love to work with? Who would you love to work with? Maybe you haven't had a chance to work with them. Maybe you got an up and coming project with them. Who's the actress or actor you would love to work with?
Okay, I got two people. I'm gonna say two. The first one is my brother. Like I said, my brother, he's an actor himself. He's in Atlanta, and he's been, let's see, in Marvel and DC, but we have never done a project together. And I want to act with my brother. And then I think the second person probably would be Glenn Close because I watched Fatal Attraction, was it last year or the year before? And I fell in love with Glenn Close. She's here. People be like, oh my gosh, Meryl Streep, not Glenn Close for me.
I like that. I like
Hmm.
that. I like that. That's a little different. That's a little different. So, in terms of the acting, could you see yourself playing a role as a I don't know as a maybe a mother in a film or maybe like a person aspiring to reach her acting dreams and you just came off the street, maybe you had a drug addiction or something like that. Can you see yourself in that type of role, maybe working at to the best of your ability?
I think so, yeah. And I'm gonna be it's gonna release in 2024, but it's called All at Once, where I actually play a mom to play a mother and a wife to a man that loses his job. And we just wrapped filming for it yesterday, ironically, and it's come out next year. And that was a challenge for me because I'm 27. I've never played a mom, so that was I've never played a mom in my role or in my life so far. So that was like different because my daughter in that movie was 9. And in terms of like someone that's like aspiring to be an artist in some way, shape, and or form, yeah, for sure. For sure. I could definitely see myself doing that.
So let me ask this, because I've always
Mhm.
seen it in the movies and things like that. You have the mother, you have the daughter, or you have the mother and the son, or even father and son. Do they place up the daughter with you, like based on how you look, to make her maybe look similar to you, to sell that it is your daughter? Even though I know
Yeah.
people at home looking like they ain't a real daughter, but sometimes you could think like, "Dang, is that her daughter? You know, is that really her daughter?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what these directors do? They place someone as your child or dependent based on how they look in comparison to you?
Yes, but in this instance, the daughter looked took after my husband. She looked
Mm.
more like the gentleman playing my husband. She didn't really look like me, which is interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, wow,
But
wow,
yeah,
wow.
that is something that casting directors do. I know I've
Wow.
done that when I've casted. I've done that because it's unbelievable if the family doesn't look alike.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, okay. So earlier you mentioned it, you alluded to it a little bit that you wanted to work with your brother who's in Atlanta doing his thing over there. Could
Mhm.
you share some light with his name and what's his best role as a male actor for him? Did you think?
Okay.
What do you think in terms of your brother?
Okay, so my brother's name is Kevin Saunders. He's Kevo the actor on Instagram. He probably, if you've watched BMF, he's been on BMF. I think believe a Geico commercial. So he's getting up there, he's getting well known. In terms of character, my brother is really good at playing like I feel like he's good at playing like actiony, like serious roles, like Denzel Washington, like at a time
Mm,
type. Like I think my brother would be really good at playing like being a leading man and playing someone that has like a profound like a heavy hitting role and someone like the type of role that you would go wow like they can act. That's my brother for sure. And so
I like that.
if I was in something with my brother, I would want to do something that was like a little bit more serious, even though we're both really funny naturally. Something that was like, wow, they can both act, and I'd be like, yes, it runs in the family.
I like that. I like that. All right.
Mhm.
Yo, if you are tuned in, you are tuned in to the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here with the one and only, the beautiful Sisi Saunders. That's right. We're talking about her acting career. All right. So let me ask you this. I know you sing as well. Can
Mhm.
you hold a note like a Monica or Brandy, or can you blow like a Kelly Price? What's your vocal range in terms of singing?
Oh gosh. It's kind of it's definitely like how can I describe my voice? So obviously I do musicals. So it's musical theater, but I can sing. I have trained to sing opera.
Mm,
I have trained to sing opera and I can do R&B and but my jam is definitely musical theater and like alternative and rock. It's so
mm.
it's a mixture. If I could say my voice sounded like anybody, I would probably say if Jennifer Hudson and Amy Lee from Evanescence had a baby, that baby would be me. That baby would be me. Because sometimes I be out there like Jennifer Hudson, and sometimes I'm like Evanescence. So I
I
don't
like that. I like that.
know.
I like that. I
Something
like
you've
that.
never heard before, and you know it's me.
Okay, I like that. So you mentioned Jennifer Hudson.
Mm,
Give me Sissy Saunders, maybe top five female R&B artists of all time. Who is Sissy Saunders' top
mm.
five R&B artists of all time?
Ooh, that's tough. Okay, I don't know if she's R&B, but Rachel Farrell, she is
Okay.
number one. She is number one for me. Erica Badu, Jill Scott, Jill Scott, Mary J. Blige, and I would have to say Fantasia. Fantasia. She can get recognized. Fantasia. For
Mm.
sure.
So hold up. I got a beef to pick with you. Beyonce ain't on the list. What is
I
really
am not
going
a
on? The
Beyonce
Beehive, she's
fan.
not on the
I'm not
list.
in the
Sissy,
Beehive.
what's up?
I am not in the Beehive. I love Renaissance and I love her recent album, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, like I'm a Beyonce fan. Like Rachel Farrell, if she comes out with if she ever, does a performance, I am there. Jill
Mm.
Scott, I'm there. Erica Badu, I'm coming.
So you like a neo soul type
I'm a
of
neo soul
you
girl for
neo soul.
sure.
Okay.
Yes.
It makes sense. So there's no mistake on Sissy. She just like neo soul. So Beyonce wouldn't make the cut. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. I got you. All right. So, as I said, I was doing a little bit of research on you. One thing I saw that I liked, I thought it was dope, staying in the realm of music, you actually did some hip hop dancing. How was that for you? What's up? Did you fall? What's up? Because I know I only saw a little small clip, but I thought it got to be something there where she falling. I ain't seeing that clip. What is up with that? How did the hip hop dancing go for you?
It went great. I have not fallen before. It was
Okay.
the one clip you probably saw was for one young lady who name's Ash the artist. She has really good music. It was her. I think it was for her music video, which is that was the first time I've ever done anything like that. And so I was like, ooh, it was out my comfort zone because, like I said, I'm more like an indie rock type of girl, so or musical theater type of girl. And so I never did anything with hip hop at the time. So that was a lot of fun for me. I didn't fall. I was nervous, but I didn't fall. I have
Mm,
fallen. I have tripped on stage.
mm,
I picked
okay.
people. It's gonna happen.
The video I saw, you guys were dancing to, I think, Vicky Smalls or something like that. That's what I saw.
See what video you saw. I'm like, wait, what?
I do my due diligence.
You
You
too.
made
I
me
was like,
people.
okay.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, oh, this is dope. I definitely got to ask her about this. This is dope. So, can we see Sissy Saunders in a Chris Brown video, maybe Usher or something like that? Are you on that level?
I don't like Chris Brown. And I'm not like the biggest Usher fan. So probably not. But if they were like, hey, do you wanna bust a move? Sure. I'll do it.
Okay,
I'll do it.
okay. I like that. So, One guest I had on the show, I believe it was earlier this year or last year. Her name is Kitty Wu. I had her
Mm, mhm.
on the show. Have you worked with her before? I'm not sure if you worked with her. If you have, how was it to work with Miss Kitty Wu?
I have actually I hired her for at least 3 projects that I've done so far. She's great to work with. She's wonderful to work with. She's very professional. She, arrives on time. She's reliable, and she always comes with, like, really great ideas, and she's always willing to network with people. So she's been great. She's been, really great to work with so far.
Okay, I
Yes.
like that. Shout out to Kitty Wu.
Shout
She
out
is
to
dope.
Kitty.
So, Sissy, is there a for you, Sissy Saunders? Is that your nickname? Is because I know you're real. I think it's Sierra or something like
Mhm.
that. But is Sissy the name you gave yourself? Your girlfriends gave it to you. Your brother gave it to you. Who? Your mother gave it to you. Who gave you the name Sissy? I like it. Got a little catchiness to it. How'd you get the name Sissy Saunders?
It's like a family nickname. Cece,
Okay.
yeah, it's a family nickname because it's normally Cece or Cece Malie, something like that. Sierra
Ah.
Vera.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Sissy sounds a little bit more edgy to me, like a little sassy, that type of thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? A girl that don't play or a woman that don't play, you know what I mean? Don't try
Yes.
to give me my money type of thing, you know,
Give me my money.
that type of thing, you know?
Yes.
So I was checking you out, and I know you won an award for was it Christian Film Festival
Mhm,
Award? How
mhm.
was that to submit your name as one of the actresses out there who won that award? Well, would have been an achievement for you, but how was
Yeah.
that for you to win that award?
It was good. That's the second in my career. I didn't know I was gonna get anything like that. For the film that it was for, it's called ITI, Ignore the Ignorance. I think it's coming out in 2024. I the director Mignon Pinson, she just called me and she said, "Yeah, you won this, film festival award." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's nice." It's always nice, especially as an indie actor, to have like some type of recognition because it's like, okay, like yeah, I'm an actor.
Mm.
I am a bona fide. I'm an actor. It was very nice.
Yo, this your boy Kenny D. Hey, I didn't mean to interrupt your show, but I just want to take a quick minute, just to let you guys know if you want to see more dope interviews like this one, make sure you go on YouTube and check out Pimp Game Podcast. All right? And don't forget about our website, pimpgamepodcast.com, to see all your latest Pimp Game episodes. All right? We got you. Man, I'm done talking. Back to the show.
So let me ask you this: in winning those awards, what goes into that? Because I've never asked nobody that, so you're gonna be the first.
Okay.
What goes into that? Are they looking at your production? Are they looking at the way you make it so believable, the role that you're playing? What goes into winning these awards or these major awards to kind of add to your accolade? What goes into that?
Yeah. I honestly, I mean, because I never sat on like any type of awards panel or anything like that. But for the two awards that I have won, I feel like it's the overall production. When I won my regional Emmy, it was if I'm looking at it right, it's the overall production. And I obviously like contributed to it. So I think it's overall. And for the Christian Film Festival Award, I would say it's probably the overall production, like how I added to that versus like if it was like, how we have like the primetime Emmys or like the Oscars, like how it's best actor, like then you're specifically looking at that person. But I think it's just overall and then how I can might have contributed to that for sure.
Well said.
Mhm.
Well said. So, what's a role in which Sissy Saunders would get the script or anything like that, and you'd be like,
Mhm.
oh no, I ain't doing this. I'm not gonna do this. What role is that Sissy is just not doing?
Hot button topic, but I will not do in any way, shape, and or form any movie that I'm gonna preface with what I said was, have you ever seen Hollywood Shuffle?
I remember it vaguely, vaguely,
Oh
vaguely.
my gosh. Okay,
I
yeah, Hollywood Shuffle, but there's a part in there that talks about Black people just getting slave roles. I will
Mm,
not play a slave role unless it is a slave rebellion. You will not catch me playing any role like that. I no.
mm.
Mm-mm.
So you got to be a rebellious slave, is what you telling
I
us
gotta
here?
be it's unless it's a slave rebellion or about a African queen or something like that, like an uplifting black role. I will not play a slave.
Mm.
No.
Okay. All right. All
Mhm.
right. All right. I like that. Okay. I like that. So today's quick topic of the day for the show is Taraji P. Henson, right? It's right up your alley. She has been on record complaining about the pay in the industry for
Mhm.
female actresses, where she's not getting her worth, her just due. She's been in the game for a while. They just not paying her. They are just
Mhm.
not paying her. Needless to say, Monique complained about the same thing a couple of years ago. Nobody heard her. All of a sudden now, Taraji is coming out saying, man, I am not getting my worth. You are in the same line of work. What do you feel about that? Or how do you feel about that? And what type of impact do you think it has even on yourself as an up and
Mhm.
coming film actress yourself?
Number one, I think it needs to be said because I think I've always thought the pay rate for women in general, but especially Black women and other women of color is unjust. I feel like people like Tom Hanks can get multi-millions, like 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars. And I feel like somebody like Taraji P. Henson, she should be paid multi-million dollars or paid her worth, or Viola Davis or Monique, whoever. I think that there definitely is an income disparity. And I feel like when they speak out about the income disparities in the entertainment industry, it helps people like me, even though I'm not at her level yet. It helps me because then maybe somebody might see that and be like, well, maybe I can make a change, even if it's just at the indie level. And it's important to speak out about stuff like that because I think people do deserve their due. They go through a lot. And I think women of color go through a lot in Hollywood. I'm sure that Taraji and Monique and Viola and other women like that have stories, and they should be justly paid. All of us should be justly paid, but they deserve it.
Okay, well said. So, what do you think in order to close the gap? What do you think needs to be done? Do we need to own more like a Tyler Perry, or I don't know, Diddy? I mean, he got Revolt TV and stuff like that. Big Spike
Mhm.
Lee putting out their own movies and hiring our own actors and actresses. What needs to be done more to kind of, you know, bring the wage gap a little closer in terms of actresses? That way,
Mhm.
actresses such as Taraji P. Henson, yourself, Monique, all of that are getting their just due.
I think it's just as you said it. If once we own our own, more of us at varying levels, because it's not just about one person in Hollywood owning all the stuff. It's about us, different Black people owning different methods of entertainment, whether it's a venue, whether it's a company or whatever. When we own our own stuff, we can help bridge those gaps of, paying people fairly. And then the word spreads. And then I think when we take, not like an active role, because I feel like, Black people we are taking an active role, but I think once we own a lot more, or even if someone is a part of casting, and they can help pay people more. Because I know I've been a part of casting and I've been like, well, I want, if she can get paid more, I want her to get paid more. I think when everybody, no matter at what level they're at, can take accountability and do their best to say, well, if I can give this person a little bit more for what they do, they've proven, um, that they're worth it and that they're reliable and they have the skill set. I'll pay them fairly, or I'll look out for them. I feel like that's the change, is that everybody just taking like, I'm gonna change this in whatever way I can, whether it's small or large. I think that that's how you fix that.
Mm. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So let me ask you this, because I've never done this. I've never asked someone in two industries. I've never asked them what their top five is in music and their top five in this or whatever. But I'm going to come right back to you.
Mhm.
What's up? What is Sissy's top? Give me Sissy's top five actresses in the world right now, in your opinion. Your top five actresses.
Top five. Okay. Can I name people that are from yesteryear that might be passed on? Like Lena Horne?
One. Give me one. One of those.
Okay,
Give me one.
the
Tell
top
one.
okay, my top one from yesteryear would probably be Lena Horne. Other actresses would be Viola Davis. Jennifer Hudson could be up there too. I love Octavia Spencer. Who else? Sandra Oh and Ziyi Zhang.
Mm, wow. So Taraji P is not up there?
You know what's funny? It's not that like if I had a top 10, she'd be on there, but my top five for
Okay.
sure Viola Davis is number one, even above Lena Horne. She's number one.
So Taraji P, yeah, I've been trying to support you for a while, but Sissy ain't feeling you. If if this was top 10, you would be on the list.
She would be top.
Don't feel no shortage, no shade, but at least you are top 10. You're not on top 5, but you are on the top
Yes.
10. I respect that. I respect that. All right. So for that young girl out there trying to be the next Sissy Saunders, or that next boy out there, young boy trying to be the next Sissy Saunders, what would you tell them if they wanted to get into the acting game? What do they need to look out for if they want to get into the acting game?
Hmm. First thing I would tell them is start where you are. I think sometimes when actors or artists are up and coming, we always have this vision of where we want to end, whether it's Hollywood or at the Grammys or whatever. But start where you are. Don't be arrogant. If you can join a community theater production, even though it's not the movies, start there and learn as much as you can. And last thing I would say is find a mentor, but
Mm.
start where you are. Don't get a
Okay,
big head.
okay. All right, start where you are. You heard
Where
it
you are.
from herself. You heard it right here on the Pimp Game Podcast. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you on blast. Earlier, you told me you could do impressions.
Oh
What's
God.
up? Give us an impression. I don't know, a little short impression for us right here on the Pimp Game
Oh
Podcast.
my God. Dang it. Let me see. I don't know why. Maybe I'll do like I have in my arsenal of characters the Bad Ideas Bears from Avenue Q.
Okay.
Have you seen Avenue Q?
I have not, but I'm all
Okay.
ears to hear this impression. I want to hear it.
They're bears that give the main characters bad ideas, and they talk like this, and they say, "Yikes!"
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Yes, I like that. I like that. I like that. I really like that. So, for those people out there who've been rocking with you from Gaithersburg, Maryland when you were young, and for those fans who've been following you since you got your first award, since you did your first play, any final thoughts before we sign off on Pimp Game?
Ooh, okay. I want to give shout outs. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my sister, Kitty Boo, my family, Janaea Francis, my day one. Anybody out there that support me, Mignon Pinson, Shooting Future Stars, and her daughter, Maya Pinson, and Devin Harris, who was my husband in the movie I spoke about. And all the thanks, all the congratulations to all these folks, and happy holidays to everybody. That's it.
All right. So, wait, before I let you go, any projects or anything like that coming up for you in the near future for Sissy Saunders? Can you talk
Yes.
about any future projects that's coming on?
So I got 3 movies coming out next year. All of them are with Shooting Future Stars Productions. The first one is The Christmas Room. The second one is ITI, Ignore the Ignorance. And the third one is All at Once. They are wonderful Black films that were filmed in the DMV area, and they're coming out in 2024. And so you can follow Shooting Future Stars on Instagram to keep up with the premiere. You can also follow me as told by CC, period, plug, to see when these movies are coming out, because we ain't playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like that. So if someone wanted to, reach out to you, work with you, anything like that, how can they reach out to Miss Sissy Saunders? How can they reach out to you?
Yes. You can reach out to me on Instagram, like I said, at as told by Sisi. Sisi spelled Sisi, and just DM me, and we can work together. I'm always interested in collaborating.
Okay, I like that. So, real quick though, you mentioned your brother being in Atlanta. Is for you, would you like, because I know it's the Black Hollywood of the world, or what have you is really coming up in Georgia or whatever. People
It
really
is.
doing their thing over there. Can you see yourself moving to Atlanta for the acting game?
Nope.
Mm.
I don't like Atlanta.
Ah,
I
you
am
don't
a
like that.
small town girl.
Okay.
I am a small town girl. The most I would move to so far right now would be New York City.
New York City.
And
Okay.
but the DMV is where it's at. We can just take the Amtrak or hop on a flight at Dulles and be down there. This is central. This is perfect. The DMV
Facts,
is where it's
facts. Okay, all right.
at.
This small town girl. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. All right. So before we let you go, let everybody know who you chilling with.
Hey, I'm chatting with Kenny D on the Pimp Game podcast.
And before I let you go, I'd like to say thank you to all my viewers out there for tuning in, as well as my YouTube lovers. Thank you for tuning in as well. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. And make sure you turn those notifications on so when we upload videos, you are the first to get it. And last but not least, we'd like to thank the one and only mogul, the beautiful Sisi Saunders, for blessing us with her presence on the show. All right? See you next time on Pimp Game. You don't want to miss it. Holla.